You know, finding a store-bought keto-friendly ice cream is not always easy. Most of them use erythritol as a sweetener. And what that does is it makes the ice cream so hard that you have to defrost it to scoop it out. But this homemade peanut butter ice cream is different. It's soft and it's creamy, just like regular ice cream. And that's because it uses allulose as a sweetener. You're gonna be so surprised at how easy this ice cream is to make and how delicious it is when you're craving a pint, or 2, or 3. I'm Jan Diatri and I love cooking in my RV. Let's get cooking in your RV. Now I'm starting with 1 cup of organic heavy whipping cream, and it's really important for this recipe to use exactly 1 cup. I'm gonna pour it into my 16-ounce plastic container, and it's got a screw top. This is gonna be my pint of ice cream. Next, I'm gonna use a half a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. It's so much better than the imitation. Now the real star of this ice cream is peanut butter, and I'm using fresh, natural peanut butter. I'm gonna use 3.5 tablespoons. It's really important to use unsweetened and unsalted. The only ingredient you want in your peanut butter are peanuts. Now it's gonna be a little bit runny, but for this recipe, that's what we want. Now to sweeten my ice cream, rather than sugar, I'm using something called allulose. This is a new product for me and I love it. It's all natural. It's 70% as sweet as sugar and 0 calories, and that's because your body doesn't metabolize it the way it does sugar. Now I need 1/3 of a cup plus 1 tablespoon of allulose. And as I mentioned, this is the secret ingredient that's gonna make this ice cream soft and creamy and not super hard. Now the last ingredient I'm using is just a pinch of Himalayan pink salt. This is my go-to salt. I'm just gonna scrape the bottom and the sides because the peanut butter has a tendency to stick. So now I'm just gonna put the lid on very tight and we're gonna shake it vigorously for 3 minutes. And I've got a kitchen timer here just to kind of keep me honest. So what we wanna do is shake until the heavy cream gets thick and the peanut butter is well incorporated. So 3 minutes, here we go. So after 3 minutes of vigorous shaking, if you want plain peanut butter ice cream, go ahead and put it in the freezer, and 4 to 6 hours later, you have magic. But if you want even more magic, pull that ice cream out after 2 hours and add your goodies, and that way they won't sink to the bottom. So you could use sugar-free chocolate chips or keto bites or even nuts. Now I'm gonna use fudge brownie. Hey, who ate all my keto brownies? I did. And I'm gonna add some walnuts because they are delicious. And that's it. I'm gonna put it back in the freezer and I can't wait. So when the ice cream is ready, and it couldn't happen soon enough, look at this. You think I'm kidding, right? Watch how smooth and creamy this is. Look at that. It is luscious, but the proof is in the taste. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. So let's talk about the nutrition facts for this ice cream. 1 pint of this can provide 2 to 4 servings since it's so rich and filling. If you enjoy 1/3 of a pint with no add-ins, it has a total of 374 calories, 35 grams of total fat, 30 grams of total carbs, and 5 grams of protein. But allulose is similar to sugar alcohol in terms of its impact on blood glucose. So you subtract it out from the total carbs and you're left with 2 net carbs. Here's an RV lifestyle tip for you. Consider using organic dairy products instead of conventional. You know, a lot of studies have shown that organic dairy products are actually more nutritious. Why? Well, they contain less omega-6 fatty acids and more omega-3s, which is exactly the ratio you need for a healthy immune system and cardiovascular care. You know, there's so many ways to customize your own keto ice cream by adding goodies or more flavorings. And let us know how you make yours in the comments below. And as always, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with friends and family, and subscribe for more RV recipes just like this.